Good evening, everybody.
Hello.
Happy Monday. Welcome to your Power Talk for your peak potential. Coming at you live with Dr. Julia and Sam. How was your week, Sam?
It was good.
Yeah? Anything you want to share with the viewers before we get started?
No, not yet.
Okay, not yet. Cool. Stay tuned. Maybe there'll be a little surprise. Okay, cool.
So what are we talking about tonight?
So tonight, I want to talk about kind of explaining more of our what our practice member Olivia said today in her testimonial practice member of the week today. And if you haven't seen that video, it is me and her mom, Jamie, and Olivia all talking and discussing why they are the practice members of the week and sharing their awesome wins and their great story. And Olivia, just to kind of give you a little background, she's, in elementary school, super smart, super cute, just like the greatest little elementary school girl you could ask for. She does karate and she's just she's super cool. Sam's intrigued because he is a black belt. If you didn't know, little fun fact about Sam.
I don't know if I can be labeled a black belt still. I got a black belt when I was 13, so I don't know if that's good for life. If it expires or not.
Yeah, and I haven't really ever seen any moves, so I don't know. I've just been told stories and seen the belt. We'll see. But anyways, so Olivia, when we asked her what benefits she has noticed by coming in and getting adjusted at peak potential, she said that 1, she feels happier, and 2, that she feels more like herself, which is just amazing. I was almost kind of taken aback. I was like, I could start crying right now. That's so great, especially for a young girl to say, and even to be able to articulate that, when you're in elementary school, to know what that feels like, to be able to feel like yourself. That's just amazing.
Yeah, and I watched the video a bit earlier.
Yeah.
And, you asked her, what changes have you noticed, Olivia?
Yeah.
And she paused and thought about it, and that was her answer. I was quite taken away by what she said as well. So
and so I just kind of wanted to come on here and explain why that is and how that could be everybody's reality, because don't we all want to feel happier and more like ourselves? If those there's your New Year's resolution. That's it. There are the goals. Happier and feel more like yourself. There you go.
How are those coming, by the way?
What?
We're into our second week of the new year. Are those goals still holding strong, or are they starting to...
Yeah.
We're coming up on that 14-day mark where most people give up on their New Year's resolution.
And to help you with that, I wrote a blog specifically talking about that, which will drop tomorrow.
Oh, really?
So,
cool.
So check out... if you're in our email list, and if you're not, you want to be added, then just drop your email. I'll add you to that list, or else we always post them on Facebook too. So check that out, because yes, we are to that point where you are either gaining momentum with your goal or you're losing steam. So I want to help you gain the momentum. But back to Olivia, and how chiropractic care really does help people, 1, be happier, and 2, feel more like themselves. And that really is due to the fact that when we remove the interference that's happening within your body, and we remove that interference that is really interfering with your brain's ability to properly communicate with your body.
And interpret its environment.
So communicate with your body and then interpret your environment and socially interact with people and everything like that. So once we remove that interference, and your brain can, 1, properly interpret its environment, and 2, send the right signals down to its body and receive the right signals up to your brain, then guess what? You're going to feel happier, and you're going to feel more like yourself, because there's nothing interfering with that. And really, the true essence of chiropractic is to increase the expression of what your body is saying. So, I mean, a lot of times people may think that it may be about like decreasing your symptoms, but really sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes your body needs to increase the symptoms so you can really listen to it and you can actually really understand what it's saying before you can fully resolve that. So that could be a whole nother video in itself, but really to increase the expression of life that's happening in your body is really what we are striving to do, especially at Peak Potential Family Chiropractic. And when that happens, then you're going to feel more like yourself. Because a lot of times I explain it, kind of two ways to people, and usually both, because a lot of times it's the first time anyone has ever heard this. So I like to really explain it and use stories so people really understand. Because I feel like when you really understand what's going on, then you can make proper decisions, and that's when you actually see changes. So one way I explain this communication is like a radio signal. And if you're off by like 2 numbers, you're trying to get to your favorite station, you're off by like just 2 numbers, you'll still hear the song, but it'll be super fuzzy. So that's what's happening inside your body. Again, when your brain and your body are not talking at 100%. It will still function, like we're still living our lives, we're still living, but maybe it's not at 100% because it's a little bit fuzzy, it's a little bit off. And when it's a little bit fuzzy, then you're not going to fully feel like yourself because it's fuzzy. It's like that lens over your face. If you're wearing glasses, like sunglasses, it's a lens, you're not fully like seeing what's all in front of you. And the other way that I explain it, especially to kids because they seem to really like this and to understand this, is that I have this jar, and I've showed this before, I have this jar in my office and it's full of water.
You did a video on the jar one time.
Yeah, I did.
It was like one of the very first videos on this Facebook page.
Yeah, maybe we'll bring back the jar. So the jar has water and it has glitter in it, and that's it. And what I do is I say, when you just hold it just like this, like it's just calm and nice and the glitter's not moving. That's how your body, should be functioning. That's how it should be happening. But a lot of times, due to stress in our life, either some physical stress, chemical stress, or emotional stress that somehow has happened in our life, it gets really shooken up and the glitter goes everywhere. And I sometimes ask kids, I say, so is this how you would describe what you feel in your body? Because a lot of times, especially when you're a kid, you don't necessarily it's hard to verbalize like what you're actually feeling inside. Especially when it's something a little bit trickier to describe as anxiety and feeling overwhelmed, not necessarily like my elbow hurts. You know what I mean? So that glitter jar is a great way for me to be able to put like in a picture what they may be feeling on the inside. And a lot of times they're like, yeah, that's exactly it. And then it's actually super cool because I can actually use that on a scale. I say, okay, so do you feel like it's a little bit, and I'll kind of shake it up and it'll be like pretty fuzzy, or else I like really shake it up and it's like just crazy. And I say, or is it more like this? And they say like that. or they say the vice versa. One time I had a mom and a daughter and I was like shaking it and she like told me when to stop, which was super cool because then we can kind of track that. I can remember that, and then we can track it again. It's like a pain, a pain scale. How does it hurt from 1 to 10 for something like anxiety and just feeling jumbled inside. So those are the tools I use. And again, when you have that glitter and it's all shooken up, you're like, just ask yourself, like, that makes perfect sense that you don't totally feel like yourself. And when that happens, then you can't, authentically express exactly who you are to the world. And especially speaking, for like about Olivia, like she's just like awesome, she's so great. She's such a joy to be around that I would never want her to not express that, you know, because she's just so cool. So for her to be able to feel like more herself, so then she can fully express herself, is just it's such a gift. And I feel very honored to be a part of that, because I know what effect that has not only on her life right now, but as a teenager, an adult. And like when you really step back and you think about the exponential effect that really has on people, it gets pretty, you know, humbling to say lightly. So that's really what I wanted to explain to you guys tonight, how chiropractic, once we get that glitter to be calm in the jar, and we get that communication happening in your body to be not so staticky, but nice and clear, and your song, you know, the song that's happening inside your body can just play nicely and clearly like it should, then you're going to be able to live your life the way that you should and be who you are and express that to the world, because that really is the greatest gift that you can give to other people. So yeah. Sam, what do you have to add to that?
Do you need some water? You spoke a lot. She communicated that so well. Obviously, she's a doctor, so
thanks.
I think she has a lot of experience communicating, and that's really, that now. You know, if that wasn't clear, then you probably got a glitter dance party going on inside of you that needs an adjustment.
There you go. Yeah.
Because I think you did a great job explaining that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Especially
because, you know, that's a lot of my practice, which is really fun to work with, because we get to see such great results and people saying, don't get me wrong, I love it when people are like, my back feels great, I can sleep, I don't have the headaches, like, you know, that's great too. We celebrate those wins all the time. Mm-hmm. But when a kid says I'm happier and I feel more like myself, like you kind of have to like take a step back and be like, whoa, like this is really, really powerful. You know, so yeah, again, feel super honored to do this. I feel super grateful that this is what I get to call my life's work. So
awesome.
Yeah.
If you guys do have questions on what Dr. Julia just talked about or peak potential, you know, reach out to us here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, do you have anything else to add tonight?
I don't think so. Oh, one quick thing. Minnesota, it's been warmer yesterday
I heard
and today.
On the radio that there's like 92%, like over the years, like 92% of them have a January melting period.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
And this is good for till Wednesday, and then it's going to snow on Thursday. So it's not going to stick around, but...
Oh. But, so it's been nicer yesterday and today. And today, when I wasn't at the office for a few hours, we went for a walk down in Excelsior by like Lake Minnetonka. We actually walked on the lake for a little bit, which was cool. So make sure that you guys are getting outside, and especially when it's not below 0, make sure you're doing that, because...
Or even if it is below 0.
Or even if it is below 0, yeah.
How hardcore are you?
Yeah. You know, because again, I know that a few videos ago we talked about light and how important that is. And so the best way to do that is get your natural sunlight. Should we show them our sunglasses?
We'll save it.
Okay.
But it did snow in Florida, I saw, and it was like the world ended down there, so...
Yeah.
Come up to Minnesota if you're not from around here.
We can adapt.
Yeah.
And like the environment. But yeah. So that's our message today. Make sure that you're getting adjusted so you are happier and more like yourself, and get outside.
No glitter dance parties going on inside.
Yeah. Make sure there's no glitter dance parties, because really that's not serving you, and that's not serving the people around you. So.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you soon.
Yep. See you next week.
Bye.